I got called up to protect our existence. It's all crashing down and we are the resistance. My spaceship is a tank, also a gun. Never thought smashing rocks would be so much fun. Intelligence shows where they're gonna fall. So we race to the scene when we get the call. We arrive and the skies open up with fire. No time to sit back, no time to admire. Auto fire engaged, I go left and right. Between the meteors and me, I'm gonna win this fight. I had to dodge and go into hyperspace. My dread's torn up all over the place. Time for repairs, my friends are taking over. Put up the shield and call out the rover. We are the planet's last hope, we won't flee. These rocks won't stop, but either will we. Burning it, smash them all down.
Woo! Jeff, you lose this one. Oh, you're muted, dude. I think. Does he know?
Jeff is on
Yep.
mute. Yeah.
Oh, he is.
I'm
Okay.
muted. I said I've got nothing.
Oh. Did you play this? I haven't seen either of your videos, guys. So like, I'm gonna be just as surprised as like ever because I don't know how everyone did.
That was I played on the flashback.
Right?
Yeah.
I just noticed that I played on the Evercade, but my copy is sealed. It's a little smushed, but it's sealed.
Mine is even better than sealed. It's completely missing the entire top flap.
I can't even remember what I paid. I might have paid like $40 or $50 for this.
Oh wow!
I mean, they were, for some reason it goes for a little bit more, but it's not. This isn't. I'm sorry. This is the worst game I've played on the Intellivision. I'm going to say that right now. I don't think I've let it know.
I'm going to ask Chuck, because you're like, because there are Mattel versions and then there's non-Mattel versions. You're Mattel,
so I'm a Mattel Electronics one. Yep.
Because those were out briefly and then they came out of Television Inc. I think.
On TV, yeah.
And if you have by the way, if you have a Digiplay pinball from Brazil, I will gladly trade you a sealed copy of Bomb Squad for it.
If I had a Digiplay, but I am.
If anybody has a Digiplay pinball, I will gladly trade you a sealed copy of Bomb Squad for it.
What's up, everyone? Yeah,
that's actually one of the most rare, most difficult games to get.
And then a triple challenge is another one I'm always out looking for. Like, even if I find a cartridge of that, I would love to have that.
Oh yeah. I'm talking. There's thousands of triple challenges out there. There's only 2 known Digiplay pinballs.
Wow.
Hey, what's happening? You know, I have on my music. I released a video on my music site YouTube channel. I got new music. I just got out of the studio. We did a single. It has nothing to do with video games, though. It's all like my actual music. Yep, it didn't drink too much over the new year. No, my new year was chill. I was saying that earlier. I just spent it with a few friends and pinballs. I don't think so, Lance. I think Carnival is a amazing game compared to pinball. No, Brickout is a better game than pinball. I'm going to go ahead and say that. I will play Vectron on a 24-hour marathon, then put pinball back into my Intellivision.
Chuck, did you suffer a blow to the head before the show?
I just
think this is sealed, so will never go into my Intellivision. I don't want to get pinball all over my Intellivision. I have a nice Intellivision.
We'll have to find a pinball cartridge and send it to Chuck just so we can see a 24-hour Vectron marathon.
Yeah, that would be something, huh? At least I'd learn to be really good at it. At least I wouldn't get so frustrated when you go like this and the ball just goes doo-doo, and I'm like, no! I'm like, if I was this way or this way, it's not going to touch the ball because it's so tiny. Yeah, there you go. Maybe we need a pinball risque.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Hey, PJ.
Oh my goodness, PJ. Steve Jones says worse than poker and blackjack. Well, I like poker and blackjack. I think that's 100% better than pinball. But PJ, dude, thank you. Once again, Evercade completely swung and missed on the button setup for this game. Yeah, I noticed that as well. It was like this was the up, like you think they could have used these or the bottom ones. Nope. Like that would have been perfect for pinball. They used this one and this one for the left and the right, and then this one for both at the same time. It was really weird setup.
What strange.
So why would you have buttons on top of one another to do something that's supposed to be like you have 4 trigger buttons? You could have used both.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You can't change setup on that versus controller like that.
I haven't looked into that, but I don't think so.
I always like the setup of left and the far button, left and then the far button, because it just feels natural. I mean, that's how it was like on the DS pinball games and Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the super chat. That's awesome. But yeah, like I agree, man. Yeah, I think what Evercade does is they find these the emulator and they don't do nothing. They just throw the ROM on their Evercade. But like they should try, like auto racing was another one. If you're not familiar with the Intellivision, you know that that auto racing, you have to press enter on the second controller to play. So on Evercade, people were like, we can't start the game. And a lot of people bypassed that game because you had to pull up. And of course, because of this emulator, you had to pull up the shoulder button, hit 1, enter, or select your car, enter that, and then course 1, enter. And then everybody's like, well, I can't get me past there. But then you have to hit the select button to switch to the left-hand controller, pull up the shoulder button again, press enter. And then once the game starts, you got to hit select again to switch your control back to your right controller to control the car. It took me a while to go because I knew how an Intellivision worked. It helped a little bit, but I was like the normal person that just wants to hit my car and my course and hit start. They're not going to figure out how to start that game. And I was so bummed on that because I do have a love for the auto racing game.
That's one of your favorites.
That is one. It's one I grew up with, so it's definitely it is one of my favorites.
Sure. You put a lot of time into that.
Oh my god, I had the biggest palace. Oh, I did like 180. Like it was insane. I counted it. It took me a whole day, and I had the huge callus on my thumb after that for doing course 5 with no crash. It was insane.
And you got course 5 with no crash, right?
Well, I did it really, and I did a good time too, which I'd love to see. I like horse racing too. Although that is, if you don't read the manual, that's a harsh one too. There are very few controller setups that make sense on Evercade. Yeah, I think they just slap it on there and moved on instead of actually trying to do something custom for it. I think they could have got it. I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons and a control pad and start and select. So to be honest, you could have used, and then the home button. So you have 11 buttons and a D-pad. So you could have done something to make that Intellivision controller map to that, at least for the games you had. But yeah, so I was kind of bummed too on that.
Well, here's their first mistake. The buttons are all wrong.
Yeah, because B and A is A and B. BA.
I would think with Evercade, you would have set this up like a Nintendo device where A and B are switched, X and Y are switched. I know they did a poll and asked people, but I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, I still need to replace mine because my second handheld's broken, and and I barely use it, and it sucks. The second one that went out on me, but I'm sure I can find a cheap one online, and I have a VS now, so I really don't want the handheld, but I want to put it at least back in the box here so I have one that works, for as a collector. What is happening, Rhea, Silly Club member? Happy New Year, and DJC and all. Well, Happy New Year. Tab. Hey, Rad Rob, what's going on? 1 inch, what's going on? Dude, your mug is going out tomorrow, by the way, with an extra treat because I it took so long. Anyways, yeah, it's pinball. What can I say about this game? I think it needed a ball that was like the correct size to the flipper. Like they could have made. I know it's possible. I mean, I'm not a programmer, so if I'm being really harsh, it's because it's just the ball should have been like 4 times the size of what it was. It was like a little. It was like a little dot, a little cross almost. And then, I think it could have been a little bit bigger. And then the gameplay is so sudden, and and then if you have your finger, which you will because you're playing pinball, on the flipper button, it just right after the game, it goes right back to the title screen, like so quick.
Yeah.
And that was one thing I was like, they should have made it to where you had to hit like enter or something before you could go back to the title screen.
Now I did play it on the Ultimate Flashback, right? So basically, I was using an Intellivision controller. I was like,
yeah.
With the Intellivision controller, this is the actual real one here. It's just the 2 side buttons, so you could do it with one hand, or it's the 2 lower side buttons, or left and right, or double for the top.
I used 4 and 6,
and you could use the keypad too, couldn't you?
And that felt pretty good.
And I didn't get that same problem, Chuck, with the jump back. I think that's an Evercade thing too.
So then that's definitely Evercade then. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was an Evercade thing as well.
Yeah, so that was that kind of, so that's just bad programming on their part, or not fixing that issue before they drop the ROM on there. And I don't think we're going to see any more Evercade and Intellivision collections. I just don't think it, unless they were to do something better on the. I just think they did a, and I do like Evercade, so I'm just ripping on it just because it's like something I like. But I think they need to pay more attention when they port stuff over to like have someone quality play the game and say, hey, I used to play Intellivision. This doesn't work correctly.
The challenge for all emulation of Intellivision, it's always been the control. And they tried to do it with what they could, and they could have done it a lot better. They didn't put nearly enough care into it. But they're not the first ones.
I have a coworker who has Jurassic Park and Nightmare on Elm Street pinball machines. I have a Sorcerer pinball machine. I used to have 4. I'm down to 1 now. I have a Sorcerer, which I'll never part with. I had a High Speed that had some issues I sold. I had a Williams Fire pinball machine, which was like the old it was like the horses and the carriage, like fire, like old-timey fire department. And you could put out buildings and they'd light up and stuff. And then I had a big brass bell on the top that would ding. But I played my Sorcerer usually, and everyone else liked that one, but I was like, I could use an extra so many grand right now. I'm going to sell it. And people were like, why just sell it? I'm like, well, I'll get a different one,
Yep.
There's the
one that had the light on the top.
Yeah, the High Speed. Yeah, and it used to go like, it'd be like car 54, blah, 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 and you just be like, whoa, what's like the attract mode?
Oh, that was awesome.
Area.
I love that.
Yeah, it starts spinning, and it was really cool. Did I train to eat the mashed potatoes? No, I'm just naturally talented at mashed potato eating. But thank you, Salvador in the house. What is happening? Good to see you, man.
Hey, Salvador.
I would love to see iMagic and Activision games. Yes. I mean, once again, Activision needs to, if they're going to do anything with those.
I assume that's Steve. I hadn't heard from Steve. Steve in Tirana, or close to Tirana. Did you get the package I sent you, Steve? I hope you did.
The controls for pinball feel better on the Evercade handheld compared to the VS. The original television and the flashback are best for that game. Yeah. And maybe I should have done it on the flashback. But yeah. Now, not much like pinball as Atari 20s. I liked Midnight Magic. I played that all the way up to, because that was like a later release, and I played that all the way up until I started playing Nintendo. Christopher Westerman in the house. Hey, what's happening?
Midnight Magic, that's the one you like so much.
Oh, yeah, see. And that's another thing I was going to show today, too. Well, I'm probably going to show it on Wednesday, but I'll show it today, too, is Go Full Tilt. Yeah, I used to love that game.
But the perspective is right. It's more vertical. It's
and that's I don't like a TV shaped pinball is another thing that I didn't like. Steve in Virginia, he said.
Okay, I'm sorry, Steve. Not the same Steve.
I bet everybody had a great year. Oh yeah, Rad Rob, we had a good one. I think as long as everyone's still healthy right now. But look at this. So I just did a pickup video, and I'm going to start collecting some inbox Atari 2600.
Did you get my note on those?
What's that?
Did you see the comment on your video that I left you on those?
I can't remember. I must not have. Was that today?
It was a day or two ago. Yesterday or the day before I left it to you. Anyway, go do your thing.
Yeah, I might have, or if I don't, I'll have to look. I might have just forgot. But Blackjack I got, which was really cool. Full in box. I didn't even know they did gatefold like this.
That was my comment. Was what you have there, the gatefold, the original 9 launch titles all come out gatefold, very first releases.
Oh
And if
wow!
you pull out your cartridge, if it has an end label on it, it should also have a number on it, the Blackjack cartridge.
Yeah, I was wondering what 51 meant.
That's it. So
Video Olympics says 21.
yeah, there are 9 of them, and if you find cartridges with those numbers, those are from the original gatefold boxes, and there's 9 of them. And like I could tell you what they are right now.
I guess number 9 is Super Breakout. Well, actually, Super Breakout's not a gatefold.
No, it's not. So that was definitely not one of the launch. It was
that's how many games are on it. There's 9
Air Sea Battle Combat. I think Starship. Or maybe it was Space War. But
this one covers all the languages. Look at that.
That you have a international version of that one.
Yeah, look at this. There's all languages on the back. The first one is Dutch.
I think if I have one like that, it's right, not that game, but there's my copy of Missile Command, which is very similar. And if you flip it around, of course, it's all the different languages.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have.
I really should pick myself up on it because that was such a nice one available on eBay. I have had that for years and years and years. But what was that other one? Super Breakout? I don't even know what number Super Breakout is.
Super Breakout, I think, is supposed to be 9, right?
See it. Look on the spine. CX26 something something.
On the actual game?
No, on the box.
This just has Atari. It's just this here. Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. CX2608.
2608.
Yeah.
There it is. And I have this is the regular US version.
Oh yeah.
But that's how you look. That's how I store them all, because if you look at the numbers, there's CX2608.
Oh, see, this on this spine doesn't have it. It has it only on the bottom on mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see,
there you go.
Mine just has an Atari logo.
Interesting.
But yeah, so these are my first 3, although I'd say Super Breakout and Video Olympics I definitely played a lot as a kid. I've never played Blackjack, and I saw that it doesn't look too fantastic, but it was kind of cool that it's in such great shape, so I got it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do want to get the ones I played. Like I want to get the ones
not to buy those for that price.
They were $4.95. I was like, I think I'm going to take those.
That's just amazing.
So they were really cool store. I might be doing going there and doing like a whole episode in their store in a month or so, which will be kind of fun.
Well, that'd be good.
But yeah, I got that. I got some Genesis grid box stuff. But yeah, the Atari 2600. I was like, oh, I cannot wait. Big Block says at my daughter, so I can't stand tonight. But remember, we got to get that restored. Oh yeah, Big Block said he has a jet spin pinball machine. He wants to see if I might have to try to pick it up or meet him someplace.
Cool.
The 4-player version. That's pretty cool, man. That is awesome.
Hey Pete, did you see my one box Atari game?
Oh, what is it? I do see it there. Is that the Dodge 'em?
No, it's the one you sent me.
Oh, is the one I say? It's Hunt and Score. There you go.
Hunt and Score.
Oh my god.
Hunt and Score. There's so many Atari games, man. It's
I've never even heard of it.
Hunt and Score is actually concentration.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
So can you not play it unless you have that keypad controller?
Well, really, you can't. Like, even look, here is CX2642. They both are, but there's the Hunt and Score version. There's the Game of Concentration version.
Oh, wow.
So they're the same game, though, actually. And the other one you'll find like that as Basic Math also was changed to Fun with Numbers.
Fun with Numbers. Yeah, no matter how much what they throw on that, it's still math.
I'm guessing Basic Math came out first and it didn't sell, so they're like, what can we do?
Basic Math is one of the launch titles, so yeah, there's a gatefold version. So that's the one you want to try to find if you can find it. But it's scary enough to find for a math game. It's scary enough to find a copy for your collection, because
I love how Intellivision made it math fun. I'm like, both those words should never be put together, math and fun.
Yeah, really.
Steve Chucky says, how many European Intellivision games do you guys have? I don't think if I even have maybe one, I don't even think I have one.
Well,
I know, Pete, I know you got a few,
I actually
right?
have a few different international versions, but these are the ones I think about as just strictly as European. These
Oh,
white
those are cool.
with the
I would-
rainbow. I've just got the one. C-Mart gave it to me, and
That
that's
is cool.
Burger Time. There's 4. There's Shark, Vectron, and I think Mission X. To be correct, I think are the 4 different titles that are available. And that's with Burger Time. I'm not 100% sure on those titles. I have to double check, but it's something like that. There's only 4 of them, and I've only got the one. I'd love to get the other ones. They're gatefold. They're nice. They're nice boxes.
Yeah, I want to get those just because they're. Yeah, you said there's 4. Could they do the Tron games? I know that's a Disney property. You're talking about Oh, you're talking about Atari? I'm just kind of catching up here. Vote Hover Force, it'll make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. I never really played too much. I've played it before, but to me it was like a super hard game.
What's that, Chuck?
Hover Force. I thought it was like I kept getting hit. I kept
I got
getting
a little
hit.
bit of a knack for it when I played it on a stream a while back, but it's not something I've played much of at all.
Do the Atari 2600 games play on the Intellivision system changer and the NT controllers? Or how do they play? I don't have a system changer. I do want to get one.
I've never used one.
I want to get more into some collecting. I'm actually going to talk a lot about that in the Wednesday show on stuff I'm going to be trying to collect. An Atari Inbox is going to be my first one this year that I'm going to start trying to get. Yeah, and Intellivision 2, I'd like to get one again just so I could do the ECS and the system changer just to have those and, check that out. Casey, not Al in the house.
Hey, Casey.
What is happening? Good to see you, man. Good evening. Yeah, what number do you think is the most fun?
Well, it's ironically, basic math is CX2669.
That's a fun number.
I love Tron Deadly Disc. Oh, you saying if they're going to redo a Deadly Driss?
Jeff,
Can't talk.
Did you see that go over top of Chuck's head and hit right?
What did you say? I missed it. What did you say?
I said, what's your favorite? Ironically, the box number, the part number for basic math is CX2669.
2669.
Just ironically,
That's pretty funny.
I'm lying. Too.
What if it was? I was gonna say. What if it was 2609? Which is the master component number for Intellivision.
Yeah. But that's where 2600 came from the Atari VCs. The part number is CX2600, and it always was, but they didn't call it the 2600 until the 5200 came out.
The fun was, Lance says the fun was getting the gorilla to jump in the stream and then dance at the end of where, oh yeah. That was such a weird song. But as a kid, I didn't like it because it reminded me I had to do math just to play a game. Darn math. Can we add Deadly Dogs to the next poll? I do have Dig Dug, so I guess I could play that.
We'd have to be able to get it going, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So right now our poll, just so everybody knows, we have for the next challenge game, we have some good ones on here. To be honest, I've never played Blowout, but I guess we could try. So Nova Blast, Hover Force, Blowout, which was unreleased, but it's on the flashback, and Mission X. Right now, Mission X is in the lead with 35%. Against Nova Blast at 31%, Blowout at number 3 at 23%, and Hover Force at 12%. We only got 26 votes in, and we got about a half hour to go. So get your votes in and see.
That is close. That's as close as we've had it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Nova Blast and Mission X, so that's kind of cool. But anyways, let's see. I'm gonna share some. Let's see. I want to see how Jeff did at pinball.
You can just skip mine and play Pete's.
Here we go.
From 1981. How about that? First time I played it.
There's no substitute. That's very true. Yeah, someone should finish Swords and Serpents. You can never kill the dragon.
The disc, get the plunger going. I'm gonna use the keypad buttons. You know, for its time for early '80s, I thought this was pretty decent game. It's got 3 tables.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
You're right.
But I mean, the physics, of course, these early games, they're never right.
Exactly.
But to me, the biggest problem was these huge gaps for the ball to fall through.
That ball's so tiny, it doesn't even work. Like it's like you even move the flipper, it falls behind the flipper, or where you can't do nothing. You could tilt it a little bit, but it's only going to bounce a couple times and still fall in.
Yeah, if they could have taken out some of the gaps a little bit, I think it would have been a lot more fun. But the problem with these early '80 games is, the pinball games today are just so much better. And
oh yeah,
but with the old games, the thing everyone always says is, but it was so much simpler. But pinball's still pinball; it's still just 2 buttons.
Yeah,
so that's never changed. So it's still
you're never going to exactly. But yeah, I think like look at they made those. See, oh, I mean, heck, you could see the bumpers, the big round bumpers. If they made those a little smaller, those could be pinballs. Like so they can make the circle.
What are those things like that Y shape? Right.
Yeah, and it was like even if they were like a little bigger than those, it would have been look more like a pinball.
I said that in mine too. Like, what do those do? Like, they don't seem to do anything.
They're not.
Yeah,
certainly
it's like
don't.
It's like a light underneath or something. Oh, Casey, thank you so much for the super chat. Make sure to smash that like button and Astro smash that like button. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. Happy New Year to you as well. This game is a game. It's sure a game.
Well, it was just frustrating on my part because it was. What did that do? The ball. I mean, 5 balls would go through in 2 or 3 minutes.
Sabater says you got to love the puppy dogs. Yeah, I never got the like the poodles or puppy dogs exactly. Beauty and the Beast is no substitute for Donkey Kong. Yeah, they look pretty. That's what they do.
It's a great substitute for Coleco Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Oh, it sure is. It's a way better game. Actually, I like Donkey Kong for Coleco. It's just colors are just all off and weird. But I'm hoping to pick up a copy of D2K soon because that is just a beautiful game.
No, it is. Yeah,
99.30.
I tried going back and beating it, and I played a couple of games, and it was even worse than the first time I gave up. I can't take it anymore.
So I'm gonna.
The ball in pinball had the same shape as the ball in bowling. Then
that would be cool.
We could call it Family Guy pinball because it would be shooting Stewie's head.
Stewie's head. That's exactly. That's like the Stewie head rolling down the lanes. So this is I tried it like 4 times, but this is my final attempt. Play one more, guys.
Chuck, I've never seen you look happier than when you're playing pinball here.
Oh, I'm so happy playing this, by the way. You could tell I just look. Whoops, hold on. Gotta get that back to the full screen here. Here we go.
Yeah, you look very, very content.
Yeah, I'm very happy and love every time the ball moves. I'm just so happy on what happens.
Did anyone get those top left, those orange
to get them all?
Did anyone knock them all out? What does it do?
No.
I don't think I've ever done that. Oh yeah, arcade's great, and the D2K is great too on the Intellivision. It's almost like the arcade. I'd say pretty darn close to the arcade.
Yeah, I love Donkey Kong. I just can't stand the freaking. Well, we played it. I played it back in the day.
Growing up, I played it, so I have the nostalgia as well. But you're right though; it's not the greatest version. I would say it was always better than Atari's, but it wasn't.
It's the big rumor. It's a rumor, and there's no proof to it whatsoever. But if a game can be bad enough that it is the belief that possibly Coleco made that game so bad on purpose in
Yeah.
order to make their system look better. If a game produced is that terrible, man, that's special right there.
Here's where I start tilting it to try to get it to go up to that ball.
Yeah, I was testing a tilt. I think it takes like, is it 7 tilts in a row? I
Oh,
think
it's like a few. Yeah, it depends on how hard I think you hit it too.
Is that how it does to get rid of to lose?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
it's
So
a lot. I think it's at least 7, if not more.
There you go.
And for a split second, I'll make it to the other board.
So if you
Well,
get,
that was cool.
there was an arrow pointing up to like a green claw thing. If you hit that, do you go to board 3?
No, it actually like stops for a second and goes because I did it on I think my third game in I did it, but which I didn't score
How do you
very
get
high
to
at.
how do you get to the third board?
Then you spell the word pinball and then another thing
Oh.
appears.
Pete,
But I
you
know I
mentioned
think
that a
something
couple times.
appears up there. It's similar that you go into and then it goes to like a blue board. But there it is. 12,380 was and I'm like, I'm done with this game. I'm done.
You sure you don't want to put it on right now? Play one more game just to see if you can do better.
Oh man, I wish, but I just don't have the time. All right, so I'm excited to see what this is all about here. So here we go.
In the works, and quietly in the works, because I've never heard of it either. All right, so
Yeah, Demon Attack is a substitute
we'll go
for
left,
Phoenix.
right. 3 different screens. If I get to the second,
Yeah, I was using the Evercade, and the control layout is terrible on that. Like instead of using the
see how that screen goes up?
trigger buttons or the shoulder buttons or anything other than they did one button on top of the other. It was kind of weird.
And release. I will release it in a second. And then
Still looks great with that HDMI, man.
Left and right joystick. I find it doesn't react. Oh, I got a little.
Yeah, those things too. I never got the ball warp. Like I think at one point, I don't know if I kept it in my video. I might have. I said, "What was the programmers thinking? Have they ever played a pinball machine in their lives?" Because you'd want to have more of those flippy targets or like targets you'd have to hit, and it was more.
Oh, yeah.
It would they made up like that warp made no sense. Like, where did the ball? How did it go in there and come out the other side? This is really weird.
Instantaneously too.
Yeah, to the point where it usually fall right between your flippers.
Oh, come on, you.
Well, you're doing pretty good on ball 1, so I'm guessing you probably do a little better than we, definitely better than we do.
I still get those things down the side. It's a good thing. I know we got to get back up in there. Oh, they're gone now. Get in there.
There you go.
White door, which is somehow I get it up into that white hole up. That's worth a lot of points. Come on.
Oh man.
Son about okay. I noticed. I'm watching to see what happened when you take out those 2 flashing red and yellow drop targets.
Yeah.
Bumper light up, and the bumper's worth a lot more points when that happens. Upper rollovers, and then it opens up that white circle.
Lance says that Intellivision Burger Time is a substitute for arcade Burger Time. I agree. I like the Intellivision version better.
Here we go. Now I can also.
How does the multiplier turn on? I thought that was when you hit all 4 of those flashing lights.
It makes all 4 bumpers go.
But I'm not sure.
I don't know. Get in there. That's it.
But,
so now I got.
because I got up to 4 on one of them. See, Pete, you're up to 2 for the multiplier.
So I think those rectangles, if you get them all to go away, it's a complete shot up to the top.
Circle somehow.
I'm guessing, unless something else happens besides that. But
oh, that's it. Really get me to the other screen. Now it's making so much noise here. I thought I was going to roll it in points, but it doesn't roll you a bunch of points. At least I made it to the next screen. I'm happy. Now you can spell pinball up in there, and it's mega points if you can get all the letters.
yeah, they keep turning on or off too. Oh wow, there you
all
go.
The letters lit up at once. Oh, stupid. Now I'm back here again.
Yeah, that's always unnerving, especially if you get up to like the third and it falls 3 down, straight down.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I almost had pinball lit up. All right.
Oh, you're doing good though, man. This is probably the best play I've seen on this game.
Pretty good, as far as I'm concerned. I certainly wasn't expecting to do that well. Let's put it that way.
Was Pinball on the first Intellivision arcade or Evercade cartridge, Chuck?
It was, I can't remember because I have them both loaded. Let me check.
Doesn't seem much of anything.
So Pinball is on the first one. Yep.
Get up there. Oh, that was.
Yeah, it is on the first one. And that one there. It's even on the cover. Ugh. Yeah, he's almost at 20 grand here. Look at this.
Wow. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing.
I grabbed my television collection. I opened up. There's no cartridge.
Oh, no. Is it in your handheld or do you have a VS? Is it in your VS?
No, it's not here. It's got to be in the VS.
Hey,
I keep both of mine on my VS in case I have to reference something.
Pinball up there for me. No, it didn't, but that's all right. Capture the ball. That's what it says to try to do. Oh.
I want to check because 1 Inch Bicep said that on the Evercade, the one control system, the one I said I liked the most, he said you can do it on there.
In between the two bumpers.
Yeah?
That's where you hit the left on D-pad for the left flipper.
So maybe I need to try that. I never tried that.
Because I think, at least for me, that's my favorite setup for video pinball game.
Yeah.
Jump into the other one.
I think it with the A and B together is crazy.
Lost the ball. That's all right.
Dang, 31,000. You're pretty good.
The other pretty important thing is to get those through those tunnels right there to get the bumpers up.
Yeah, the green things.
Sure, I needed that one last time and I got it. Couldn't get it. Now I got it 4 times so far. Like right there too. Like, and they'll sort of accumulate too. Like if you hit it twice, or you hit it once, it lasts like 3 times. Or something like that, but you hit it twice, it doubles up and stuff. Last ball.
Pete, you only have 3 of those orange rectangles on the left. Oh,
now he's got 2.
Wow.
And got a stopper there.
So I'm just terrible at it. But I also get too frustrated to even try it again.
All right, we're trying. This it never feels like it's easy. You're able to shoot it the way you want to. Like with a real pinball machine, you could feel it. You could aim it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't aim this. You just sort of.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's just how old these games are.
There's no quick reaction. Like, oh, what's
no.
There? Oh, right down the gut. Game over.
38,870.
Wow, I'm going to take that. That's not a terrible game, but you never feel like.
Yeah, they could have said that in the instructions. Exactly. Well, that's Evercade's fault.
That's all right. It's all right. You know, and what can you do?
I see your Donkey Kong 3 and raise you a worm whomper. I like that.
And
that was cool, man. Pete is destroying that score. What's your highest score in Smash TV? I can't beat level 1 without cheating. Not even getting the first boss. It's brutal. Oh, Smash TV is a great game. I haven't played that forever.
I love Smash TV, but I'm the same way. I'm terrible at it.
Is that what was the one that came out in Evercade that was similar to that? Was that Xeno Crisis?
Something like that.
Something like that. That was pretty sweet. Well, so I'm going to say you wiped the floor with us on that one, man.
He did.
Holy crap! What happened to the friggin' poll?
Let's find out here. We've got
Whoa.
oh man, Blowout is at 35% because they want us to play the crappiest game.
Oh. You know that's going to be terrible.
Mission X at 29, and then Nova Blast at 24. Like Hover Force, how did it go down so much? Wow. Well, we got 35 votes in. We had about another 10 votes so far. Wow. Poor well, I guess we're about to find out what Blowout's going to be in another 15 minutes if that's the case.
Wow.
What's Krieg? What's happening, man? Good to see you. Yeah.
Hey, that's Krieg.
Wow. Yeah, I tell you what, it's so I found out that I'm only about I have 105 total in television games, I believe, for the 125. So I only need 20 games.
And you have your list yet?
Yeah, I have my Intellivision collector list before Intellivision collector became the big Intellivision collector they are today.
Oh yes, yeah.
Pre-pandemic, I think when he did the 2019, and I was chatting with them before I had a channel, I was like, "Hey, I'd love to have the lists," and he put lists on there, and I printed them out, and they're upstairs right now. But I was just talking about that, and I had. So obviously, I need like stadium mud buggies, Spiker, Mountain Madness, and Body Slam. So that's my 4 big boys. But I also need Tutankhamun, Super Cobra,
right?
Dracula. I think that's my last Magic game that I need.
Fathom.
Oh. I always forget about Fathom. And then Fathom.
I think we've mentioned that before. Yeah. There's 14 Magic games.
Yeah. And then I need.
Yeah.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. So that's 11. And then I need. I'm also going to need Ladybug and Turbo.
Yeah.
And then see that's 10. So what's the other 10 I needed?
Well, you got the 2 learning funds in there.
Oh, of course. Well, those are insane. Those were up there with Spike.
It also is Lance just brought up Congo Bongo.
Yes, Congo Bongo. You know, one time I saw the Atari version. It was just a cartridge. I was like, oh, and it was. I think people were asking like $5 or something. I was like, oh my god, I think I found Congo Bongo. I'll do the cartridge, and then I looked and I was like, Atari. Darn it, of course.
Yeah, and they're not worth that much in Atari. Yeah.
MJ says I found Total Carnage at the outdoor flea market for the Super NES sequel to Smash TV. I'm a little better at that one. At this game store, they had Doom 64 for Nintendo 64 sealed, $750. I had Doom 64 at one point. I just got rid of it, and who knows, right? Casey, I usually am. Like, I don't mind a decent box, even one that's slightly rough. But like when it comes to Intellivision, I'm complete. But I'll tell you this: if I come across a Mud Buggies, a Spiker, a Learning Fun 1 and 2, something like those big boys, I would do a cartridge and then eventually look for a box or find like a reprint box.
Yeah.
But those are only the big boys that I would do that on. Everything else
I'm getting down to as well. I'm sure, Chuck, there's ECS games in there as well. You got Jetsons and Melody Blast.
That's the other ones, is all the ECS. I've only got Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo's Maze Chase and Mr. Bits Meets Basic. So
you need Mind Strike. I need Mind Strike as well. That's the least.
Mind Strike's easier to find, I think.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Which I'm surprised I haven't got it, but I can't play it because I don't have an ECS.
Yeah.
It jumped a little bit.
Yeah. Jetsons. I still need Jetsons and Mind Strike. for
Oh, a triple challenge. Yeah, that's another one.
challenge. Yeah,
Do you have a triple challenge, Pete, or no?
I do. Yeah, I got my triple challenge. I went on one day, and they said I had to. I was waking up one morning, getting ready to go to work, and a thing come up on my phone on Facebook saying such and such a game store at Winnipeg having a big sale. You should check it out. So I went and scrolled through it, and I always go to the Intellivision just to see what's there. And I got scrolling through all their cartridges like Armor Battle $2.95, Space Battle $2.95, Triple Action $2.95, Triple Challenge $2.95. And I thought,
Yeah,
hey,
there's Luke right there.
I might get that for $2.95. And so I did. And I got it was $10 shipping. Great. I got my triple challenge for $10-12.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rebirth, that's what I would do. If like I found a spiker or a mud buggy, until I found one in box or was willing to pay for original box, I would probably do a repro box because it would still be complete, you know. Yeah, the Poker Risque game. I guess it doesn't work on live streams yet. Okay, cool. I was waiting to hear "Ooh La La" from Papa Pete's channel. But that is a game. It's a really good game. Like I want to play more into that. I guess there's some secrets in there too, and some Easter eggs that have not been spilled. But I'm gonna try to play a little bit more into that game, and it's fun. It actually is really fun. 5-card draw poker. It's cool. What's better than that? And some lovely ladies to go along with it.
I think I'm going to do sometime soon. I'm going to do a video of Poker Risque as well.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Thank God it's back on your channel. La la.
Poker Risque.
Ooh la la.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. That's World Series baseball for ECS. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the box and artwork, like you saw in my video, is like you could put all three. Do I still have it? Oh no, I have it up here. You could do all three, like right in with. I'm sorry, you got Royal Dealer, Horse Racing, Poker and Blackjack, but Poker and Blackjack and Roulette have the same Las Vegas logo as Poker Risque.
Yeah,
and it looks good together. Like I think I'm about to redo this whole back section. I'm gonna do just long shelves, and I'm doing all consoles along the top, so they're not just stuck down here. And I'm gonna really start to try to. There might be a lot more space behind me because I'm gonna start trying to collect for Atari, kind of redo my Intellivision stuff, and I really want to get into the homebrew collecting this year for the original Intellivision. Like, there's so many good homebrews, and if you haven't, like it says in the ticker down there, please go to intellivisioncollector.com. Like, that's where the next one I'm working on, and I know Pete's already done videos on this, but I just picked this one up, which is The Show Must Go On.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a really good game. Really, really cool looking game. Yeah, it looks exactly like the original Intellivision. It looks great. And I know Intellivision loves these guys too. The actual Intellivision company, it loves that these are still going on. So I love it. It's almost, I just, you hate to call them homebrews because they're literally greatly manufactured brand new games, that's brand new games for your original, But anyways, man, let's check this poll. It is crazy. Oh my goodness, Hover Force went down to 12%. So we're at 40 votes now. Now Mission X is blown ahead of Blowout. So we got Mission X and Blowout, though. It looks like Nova Blast, Hover Force are going to be left in the dust. So we're going to be shooting balloons or dropping bombs.
Mission X and Blowout were tied at 32% just like a minute ago.
Oh, box art by Steve Jones.
There you go.
Yeah, I think the box art's fantastic on that. You know what? As a matter of fact, that would make an awesome poster. Luke, if you ever do posters, man, that would be neat to do some of these cover arts. Because that would be a cool looking poster. Because I have in my front room upstairs, I have Las Vegas Poker and Blackjack, like poster size. I got that years ago before even. I don't even think Intellivision Productions did those. I think that was just fans making those at the time. That was before Tommy and Intellivision Entertainment too. But I don't think they sell them anymore. But I have that. I have a Body Slam Pro, Super Pro Wrestling. I also have a Super Pro football poster, a Star Strike, a Space Armada, and a Space Hawk, I think, all like 24 by 36 size. But like, where am I going to put it? It would.
It's almost like something that fairly small, a little bit bigger than 8x10. Like even like those tin posters that you can get sometimes. Those would be really neat.
Yeah, like the little. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to show you guys something I got for Christmas, and then I went ahead and had to start collecting a ton of them. These are really cool. Let me be right back.
Right on. He didn't mention Worm Whopper, did he, Jeff? Because that's one that you have and I have, but we haven't done in the challenge yet. Because Chuck needs that one too.
Yeah, he still needs that one.
Do you have River Raid?
Nope.
I actually looked for Worm Whopper when I went up to the retro store. I can't find it. So,
right.
I mean, that one I wouldn't mind. I know I have it on emulator, but I don't think it plays correctly. So I'd rather do the original. But so a friend of mine, these are fridge magnets, which you always see these come up when you're looking for a game. You're like, oh darn it, says fridge magnet. But look at that, like the detail.
Cool.
They're these steel, box art magnets. So a friend of mine, she got me this. She goes, "Oh, I know you love Intellivision games, so I got you an Astrosmashed." I was like, "Well, now you're going to put me down a rabbit hole on these fridge magnets. I want my fridge covered completely in these because looks like there's about 50 or 100 of them out there." So then I was like, "Well, I got to get Las Vegas poker and blackjack."
Nice.
I think you can almost tell what I'm getting after that. Bowling. So I got bowling. And then I got Burger Time.
Yeah.
And of course, yeah, you got to have baseball. So my next ones are going to be Tron, and I want to get both the Tron ones and some other, but they have I think it's almost every game. But then I said, you can't have the game boxes without the actual component box. So there's the Intellivision Master component box. So anyways,
you can build the
I can stick
build the Run-A-Man right on your front of your fridge with them.
Yeah. Oh, like that big poster.
Oh,
Remember the big poster that's made out of the boxes? That was cool. But yeah, so now, this is my new hobby now is collecting the Intellivision magnets.
Nice.
So
where are you getting them though?
I found these on eBay and some on Amazon. I think most of these ones I got on Amazon.
Good.
But yeah, they're brand newly manufactured, and there's.
Are you going to get the 125 of the magnets?
I think I am. I think I'm going to. I'm going to try. I thought those would be cool, but going back to like the all the new homebrews, I think those would make great posters. Like the Poker Risque, heck, any of these homebrew things. Like I'd love a poster that had "The Show Must Go On." Like look at that. Like that's like just some of this artwork is so great. Another one I really liked was what was the Electronight's Tale of Dragons and Swords too, which was I thought had really cool artwork. But there's like these homebrews got great artwork. A Magic game, yeah. So that's another ones. I think they had a Magic as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I know they had Activision because there was Stampede and Pitfall and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. There's a lot more. So that's as much as I got right now. I got to get some more. That's what I should do. Is I should put like a steel on one of the shelves, put a steel edging on it, and just stack all these across it. That'd be kind of neat. I have to figure. I probably just want to cover my fridge down here in them. I think it'd look really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
They made the Poker Risque cover art look like old style retro, exactly, and I loved it. It looked like that. They looked like it would belong back then, but just kind of that, almost like a slightly modern twist to it. That was really cool. Bears fan Guma, what's going on? What's happening? Good to see you, man. How's your Intellivision collecting going? I know he was really getting you got a flashback, I believe, right? To start up, or did you end up getting a regular system, like a regular Intellivision system? We were kind of chit-chatting about that.
Nice.
But well, let's see what we're at. So we're about a couple minutes away, and this poll's going to be ending. But wow, Mission X at 40%. Blowout at 30, so we got a 10% to make up. I don't think it's going to make it up. It looks like we're going to play a good game, and that is Mission X. So I'll let it go to about 8:01, and we'll end it. So get your votes in now. Still looking to get one. Yeah, I'd say the 2609 tested and working well. Yeah, it probably cost you about $75 for something like that for an Intellivision. That comes with games, maybe 100 something, you know. What happened to Jeff?
Oh, we just lost it. Wow.
I guess he didn't like us. So he's like, I'm not listening to those guys anymore.
I looked away for a second at the chat and all disappeared.
Savater says, Jeff, you should do a Go Game Go show on what's currently in my Super NES, Dreamcast, TurboGrafx, Genesis. Yeah. I'm actually on the Wednesday show. And just so you guys know I did a community tab about this, but Wednesday show is, please feel free to come back there. I know there was a lot of discussion on people not showing up, feeling like they would, they'd be getting attacked or have to argue with people and critics and stuff. So, hey, there he is. And please feel free to come back this Wednesday because it is completely regulated now. I am having a friend help out as producer, so I am not even having to pay attention to the chat. We're literally going to have discussion, and our topics are about what we're collecting for in the new year and what we're going to be focused on, and some pickups that we picked up, the newest pickups we have from different systems and stuff like that. So we're going to be talking about a lot of retro goodness because there's no Amico news right now. We are staying 100% drama free and sticking to talking about games and the game system and retro gaming in general. And that's it. Any other topics are not allowed. So please feel free to come back and have fun and literally just discuss gaming and nothing else than that. If it has to do with any type of drama, it's not going to be allowed on there. So that's the change on Wednesday's show.
Freedom. That's healthy.
Yeah, we're going back to make it healthy, and unfortunately, that means we have to make it super strict. But it's good for the community that just wants to come and talk games and really doesn't care about anything else. That's what this is for. We are a fan cast, thanks for your advice. Yeah, absolutely, man. If you ever need anything, just let me know. Shoot me an email.
The Bear said this is probably what you guys talked about, but a lot of people think like there's so many games that are worth a lot of money and cost a lot and such now that it's too late to get in the television. But there are so many fantastic games to play that are not expensive, and the system itself isn't that expensive anymore. So it's like you can get 50, 60, 70 games and not spend a whole lot of money for the television and have a lot of great games.
Yeah, and only the ones we were just talking about, when you get down to those last 20, 25 games, that's when you get into those rare ones that are worth a lot, but there's many good games.
Can I say this, Chuck, and I think you'll agree with me, those aren't the games that you particularly want to play anyway.
To be honest, Mud Buggies and Spiker, I don't care about that.
It's totally a collectability thing at that point.
Yeah. My favorites for anyone starting off, and Pete, please throw yours in as well. Yeah. I'll just maybe throw a random amount. I would say Burger Time, Astrosmashed.
Yep. 100%.
The World Championship Baseball, which is the one-player one.
Yeah.
Unless you got a friend that's going to play with you.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. That's what I was trying to think of. One-player sports games.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking about one person.
Bowling. I love the bowling game. Definitely read the value.
Absolutely.
Tron Deadly Discs.
Yep. Cheap.
Yeah. If you like card games, Las Vegas Poker and Blackjack, I still think it's a great one. Night Stalker. Lock and Chase.
A great one that's inexpensive to pick up. Utopia is inexpensive.
Utopia is good.
Different. And
Lock and Chase.
Yeah. Great arcade game.
Frog Bog.
Yeah.
Shark's
fantastic. Yeah.
Space Battle. Oh my God.
Space Battle is almost like a ritual.
Yeah. And Space Hawk. I really like Space Hawk too.
Yeah.
Star Strike is cool. A little shorter of a game once you learn it, but it's still a good game. Space Armada, great Space Invaders style game. then you get into third party stuff as well. But
Lance hit one that we totally jumped over and didn't
oh
hit.
shoot,
AD&D.
Cloudy Mountain, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yeah, Laser Active, exactly. Laser Active guy is absolutely right. Bump and Jump is a fantastic game on the Intellivision.
Agreed.
Yeah, a lot of systems on eBay that come with box games. Yeah, and they're easy to pick up in box, and they look great on your collection.
Oh yeah, there's very few you can't get in box.
I wish I still had my Dreamcast, and that's another thing I want to try to get, at least the games I had when Dreamcast came out, because I know they get expensive. But best Sega console, Saturn's very close second, Zombies Revenge, House of the Dead 2. Yeah, I had Royal Rumble, I had the Fistful of Boomstick or Hail to the King, or whatever the Evil Dead game was on the Dreamcast. I had that one. But the WWF Royal Rumble was one of my favorites on there too.
I've got all those right. I'm just sitting here looking at them up in there, but I had burnt a lot too, so I really don't know how many are real and how many are burnt.
Yeah, DK Arcade is definitely the homebrews. I'll tell you what, Bears fan is the homebrew scene right now is fantastic. They're making games that are the insane quality, and the stuff they can fit on these cartridges to run this to push this old system to the limit is fantastic, and that's kind of what I'm into lately.
Bears fan, Congo Bongo is not a game to start with. It's brutally expensive, and it's just not very good.
That's what I need.
Very well done. It's one of the ones that none of the three of us have a copy of Congo Bongo right now. This just happened today, Chuck. I don't know if you're aware. Lance is aware because Lance sent us the link. I've been following it all along, but a version of complete in-box Congo Bongo, basically almost destroyed, crushed, bad shape. Went for $270 something today on
wow.
Yeah.
So Mission X won next to Blowout, 37 to 31%. How about that? So we are playing Mission X next week.
Mission X.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Yep. Collecting series.
Game to pick up either.
Yeah, I only need 5 more Sears, I think. I need Snafu and Frog Bog. And I need Snafu, Frog Bog,
Checkers,
Basketball. And I think that's the only 4 I need.
Yes, you're right, Casey. I need the gatefold one, actually. This is not the gatefold. This is the Intellivision Inc. version of Mission X. I need to pick up the Mattel gatefold one, too.
Yeah, I was lucky, Kurt, on the I went into a couple game stores and I got Backgammon and Roulette, which is 2 hard ones to get for $12 each. And
you did. That was insane what you got there. Yeah. That was
Checkers is the other one that's pretty crazy. Oh, Casey's asking Kurt, what are you missing? There you go. Oh, Gatefold Mission X, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, catching up here.
I have the Intellivision Inc. one, which is I really got to go through and clean up because I'm really, frankly, I'm missing for the 125 then, really, because I've got an Intellivision Inc., not a Mattel. But
Jeff, do you have Pac-Man? I can't remember.
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah, that's why we don't have it on the poll. That's why.
I need to
Jeff, we need to get a couple of the homebrews. I wouldn't mind doing a homebrew one with you. I know we did Rick Dynamite.
Maybe that was Casey. Casey says he just got a Congo Bongo on eBay. Maybe that was him today who bought that one.
Yeah, Laser Active. The Checkers version for the Sears version of Checkers, which is those burgundy boxes, those are insane priced right now, and they're hard to find. Gatefold Sears Night Stalker is tough. I see that a lot, though. Although I picked up mine a while ago. Do I still have Night Stalker, right? Yeah, of course I do.
No, it's not the Gatefold Sears Night Stalker. There's a Hong Kong version of it that has a white tray, as opposed to the cardboard cutout for the cartridge to sit in, and that's the one that's expensive to get. There's lots of
Oh, okay.
Common Night Stalker gatefold Sears, but there's one specific one with the white tray that's hard to get.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I think I've 4 away from having all 20. Was it 29 total? Yeah.
Somebody was on there saying about the Sears, and who was it? Was it? It said they were getting into the Sears, and they're really expensive the more they get into it.
Yeah.
I found Sears very strange because the Sears ones, you could go on in a $10 game. Somebody would list it for 80 on eBay. You just can't trust eBay with these Sears ones because they charge just, this is a different variant. I'll charge $80 for this Las Vegas poker blackjack Sears one. Or or the Night Stalker one. It's like, and it's the regular one. They're not worth that much, right? The ones that are worth some money are checkers, backgammon, and roulette, and then frog bog and snafu a little bit. And there's a couple more that are worth more than others, and some of them are really cheap. But don't trust eBay.
Yeah, eBay's Mercari is another one that I'll sometimes find some stuff on, but it's almost similar to eBay. But it's just if you're looking for. But the best way to get up there, hockey's up there too. Really, I didn't know that.
Getting up there because it wasn't a real popular game to be sold. But that's one that we had Sears when I was a kid. So I have to look. Back in the house.
Do I not have hockey? No, I have hockey. Why don't I see it? Am I missing hockey? Sometimes the most. I could have swore I had hockey. I don't think I have it. That's insane. I gotta rethink my. I could have swore I had hockey I have horse racing. I don't have them in alphabetical order. That's why I'm like trying to.
Here's the hockey one.
Darn it, I must not have that. That's so weird that I don't, though, because I never thought I needed it, I guess. So I need 5 then. I need hockey, basketball. I need to make that I don't have a printed list on. That's why I just kind of try to.
Right.
But yeah, so hockey, basketball, snafu, checkers.
And frog bog.
So I need 5 total. So I must have 24 total right now. Okay. Yeah, it's a sleeper, harder to find. Yeah, I didn't even realize I didn't have it. Atari Creep. What's going on? Well, I have 3 different hockey games for Intellivision, but I don't have the Sears variant, Sneed. I got the Blue Sky Rangers re-release of Super Pro Hockey. Sure. I have the original INTV Slapshot Super Pro Hockey, and then I have the NHL Hockey. But I do not have the Sears variant of hockey, apparently, which it's blowing my mind because I could have swore I had it. That's so strange. Maybe I had it at one time, and I just this time of collecting, I didn't. I've been in a couple different lists. But Atari Creep, what's going on? Good to see you, man. How much is horse racing game for Sears worth? I don't think it's too much.
It's above the lowest level ones, but it's not super.
Yeah, I got that one for sure. Bowling, soccer. Wow, I can't believe I don't have that's blowing my mind that I don't have hockey. I could have swore I did, because I've seen it and passed up on it because I thought I had it. That's why it's always good to have a list. Which, yeah, that's and I never printed that out. I have the other 3 lists of the 125. I just don't have. I have to print that one out to actually I really do need to do that and pay attention more on that. Yeah. But anyway, so next week we're going to do Mission X, which I'm going to drop these things. I need to stop playing with it. Mission X for a lot of magnets there. for the Intellivision, and it's it's my top upper there. It's my top blue one way up there.
Who makes Mission X? Because that's not on the flash.
I think it's Data East.
Yeah,
That one.
right.
Yeah.
Is that what it says on there? I thought it was. $59 for horse racing? No kidding. I don't think I paid that much. I think I paid like $25 or $26. But I mean, everything keeps going up and up and up every year.
Yeah, I don't think that's the perfect example of what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you're like, oh, these are a little rarer. I guess I'll put them up for more. But hey, if it's pretty mint, I would say 59's, I guess, not too bad. It could be worse, right? Price charting, yeah, I don't know. Was Missing X on the Evercade?
No,
They just
Missing
have
X-
Intellivision games, right? No third party.
Oh yeah, because that was Data East. So we can't. They wouldn't have that on there. I'm trying to think if they had. Yeah, I guess they don't have anything third party. They definitely had pinball, and it was not fun.
Well, why don't we just do pinball again next week?
Oh man, I'd rather play Carnival for a week straight.
Well, we could do a pinball carnival doubleheader.
Oh God.
I think I'm eventually going to do a video on the worst Intellivision games ever made.
Well, you're learning what they are, aren't you?
Yeah, at least now I'm learning.
Sure.
I say we almost were about to find out what Blowout was all about, but I guess we'll have to wait.
Make sure to
We're
put
actually
Brooke out in
gonna
that video.
play a good game this week.
So blowout is on what? It's on one of the
Flashback. It's on the flashback. So, but anyways, we'll let you go. Thanks for joining us this week. I'm good to be back. I can't wait for the Wednesday show because that's going to be a fun show again. And we are going to definitely talk about a lot of retro gaming stuff and collecting and pickups and what we've been picking up lately on there. So definitely tune in on Wednesday and feel free to come by. It'll be a fun and safe place to hang out with zero drama. So
there you go.
What you got coming up, Pete? I know you're very busy. You got a lot of stuff in the works.
Yeah, just had the 125 come out on New Year's Eve because I said I'd get one more out that year. So I waited to the last possible moment to get the 125 on Dig Dug is out if you haven't seen it. Of course, couple I did a video on Pele Soccer not long ago. Yeah, I think I just released that. That came out earlier today as well with the pinball video later in the day. I'm going to stream tomorrow night. I'm going to do just a general Intellivision stream, Happy New Year stream, no specific topic, just Intellivision in general, and who knows where we'll go. Other than that, I have some pickup titles to do, and of course, I'm going to be working on the next episode of the Any Homebrew News and Spotlight very soon.
Ooh.
So I've got a ton of pickup videos. I've got one recorded for a month now, and I've got so many more to do that, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I can't keep up, but tomorrow night, hope to see you guys all over in the stream at 8 o'clock Eastern on my channel.
All right. And Go Game Go, I know, has got a lot of stuff going on. Besides the play date, what do you got coming? No, I'm just kidding. You've been doing a lot of play date stuff.
Yeah. More recently, I've been doing some Atari stuff. I did a Pele video also. Then I did a Jawbreaker video for Atari, which I'd never heard of until.
I got that for Intellivision, so that's a fun game.
That was a fun game, and I'll be doing some more Atari. I'm kind of in an Atari kick right now. Then Wednesday night's our live show. I think we're doing an open chat. Come join us an hour and a half before Chuck's show because we end just in time for everyone to go over to Chuck's channel.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. What, you just do an open chat this time?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yep.
There's always good whenever it's open chat, there's always some good subjects that come up. Hey, it could be B. Arthur. It could be,
the chat really drives that show because whatever they say, all of a sudden we're off on a tangent.
It's awesome.
I should change the title of it to The Tangent Show.
Yeah.
But yeah, another video coming up. I picked up The Show Must Go On at Intellivisioncollector.com. So check that out. This is I've already seen Papa Pete's video on this, and it's pretty amazing. I don't think I'll be that good at it, but I'm going to try my best. So that will be coming up sometime this week, as well as some more home brews as well. I'm really getting into the home brews, not brooms. Jawbreaker is a fun game for sure, says Creep. Yeah,
Right
I
on.
love that game. It's just a fun game. But anyways, we'll see you next week for Mission X.
There it is.
Take care, everyone.